Yo, what is up, everybody? Today, I'm going to be showing you how to create a Gorilla Tag fan game using Unity Hub. If you don't know what Unity is, it's basically a app that you can use to create games, multiplayer games, and single player, and even create your own launchers. You can basically do anything. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the link in the description to unity.com, and you're going to click download. Then you're going to click download for Windows. It's going to download right there. Shouldn't take too long. Go to files and then run it. Open it. It's going to run as administrator and then set up everything. So once you do that, it should open up something like this, and yours might look a little bit different than mine, but yeah. So before you create projects, what you need to do is you need to go to the installs, and you need to go to preferences, then installs, then install location, and then desktop, and then create something on your desktop. So just go right click, new folder, and then name it Unity Download. Double click Unity Download, select folder. Then do the same thing for the download location. Click it, desktop, go to the Unity Download folder, double click it, and then select folder. Once you do that, X out of it, then go to install editor, click the latest version. It will say LTS, and also download the recommended version and the latest, the LTS. But yeah, click install, then make sure this is checked, should automatically be checked, and Android build support is supposed to be selected as well. Then just click continue, check, install. Once it installs, it's going to be stuck on the validating issue. It's the editor tab is going to be stuck on validating. So what you need to do is minimize this, go to Unity Download, and you should see a Unity setup. You're going to want to set it up, and then once you do that, you need to relaunch Unity. So X out of it, go to the, your toolbar right here, right click, quit Unity Hub, then open up Unity Hub again. Also, a desktop icon should appear for Unity. Don't delete that. And then if you go to installs, you can see that your install is good. The reason why it gets stuck on validating is I completely don't know. I don't know why it gets stuck on validating. It's an error that is common for other people. But yeah. So now what we need to do is we need to create the project, of course. So we're just going to go to the project section, go to new project, make sure it's on 2D. I know you'd probably think it's on VR, but no, we don't want it on VR. We want it on 2D. Name it. I'm going to name it, just going to name it tutorial, since it is tutorial. And then location, click it. Make sure it's set to this PC, and then whatever your devices and drives is. Mine is Windows C. Then you're gonna, in that folder, you want to right click, new folder. I'm just gonna name it T for tutorial. You want to make it very short. Enter, double click it, and then select folder, and then boom. Unity organization, just whatever that is. Don't check this, and then just click create project. It's gonna create the project, and then it's going to automatically launch. This is how you would, when you go to project, this is how you would launch it. So like, let's say I want to launch this one. You just click it, and then it launches up your Unity project. But you don't really need this open, so you can just minimize it. And then, since you're creating your first ever project, you're gonna have to wait for this to do everything, because it is your first time opening this project, so it will take some time than usual. But just give it a couple minutes. It should take around like 30 seconds to a minute. Just give it a second. Also, another thing is, you don't need any time. You don't need any sort of like coding. You kind of do. I'm creating a game with just one person, which is me. I don't have a team. No, nothing. It's just me. But yeah, as you can see, it goes all the way up, and then it launches your game. But yeah, it's gonna say installing patches, and then it's gonna compile the scripts. But yeah, anyways, you don't need really any experience with coding unless like you fix the errors and stuff, which you're gonna get errors on this. But yeah. Okay, so now once you're in, it should look something like this. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to main camera. You're going to right click it, and then you're going to delete the main camera. Once you do that, click 2D, so it looks like this. To move around, all you need to do is right click on this area, and then you can move around, and then click WASD to move, and then shift to go faster. Yeah, that's the basics. So what we need to do before we even set up anything, we need to go to edit, then we need to go to project settings. Once we do that, we want to go down to XR plugin management. Then you're going to click install XR plugin management. It's going to say installing XR management system. Give it a couple seconds. Now you're going to get an error. If this error doesn't pop up for you, then skip this part, but this error always pops up for me. So if you ever get this error, you can X out of the project settings, go to console, go to the error, double click it, make sure you have Visual Studio installed. It's going to load up, and then once it looks like this, it's going to bring you to this line right here. Now the opposite of Vision OS is standalone, so we're going to delete Vision OS, capital S, standalone, click Control S. Then you're going to want to scroll down until you find the same thing, build target group, Vision OS, and then you're going to make it standalone. You don't have to do it for everyone, you can just do it for those two. And then click Control S. Minimize this, go back into Unity, it's going to compile the scripts, and then boom. Now you're going to get this little message right here, but that's not an error message, just as a warning. But yeah, you can close out of this once you're done. Then you can go back to Edit, Project Settings, XR Plugin Management. As you can see, it looks something like this now. You're going to click on Open XR. Give that a couple seconds, it's going to compile the scripts. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get this error. It's going to say unable to assign .com community for target standalone. Just double click it. And then it's going to give you this error right here. So as you see, check if there are any errors in the console and make sure they are corrected before trying again. Okay. So we have a lot of errors here. So what helps me fix these errors is actually Xing out of the Unity project. Before you do that, click Save, and then close. That helps me a lot when I X out of the Unity project, and then all you have to do to go back in is just click Unity Hub, Tutorial, or whatever you wanted to name your project, and then minimize Unity Hub, and it's going to launch. This helps me out a lot if you still run into these errors. Also, if it says this, click Ignore. But yeah, if that doesn't fix it, click No, by the way. And then, as you'd see, it's going to give you one error, and it's going to be the same error message we had before. Just double click it. And as you'd see, it's the build target group error. So you have to redo the same thing. So do that, and like delete that, and then do standalone. Make sure it's capital S, Control S. Scroll down. Vision OS, make sure it's standalone. Now we shouldn't run Control S, by the way, and we shouldn't run to this error ever again, so we can just close out of this. And then it's going to fix the error. We might get a warning, but that's okay. Okay, boom. Now we can finally go back to Edit, Project Settings, XR Plugin Management. Click on Open XR. Click on this. Click on if you want to see what I do. Click on this right here. Then click on Fix All. Click Apply. It's going to restart Unity Hub. Just give this a couple seconds, as it is taking a while. Okay, and then it's going to load up project settings again, and then all you have to do is go to Open XR under the XR plugin management. Once you do that, you're going to make a render mode multipass, and then what you need to do is you need to go to the plus icon, click on Oculus Touch Control Profile, click the plus icon again, and then Valve Index Controller Profile. Once you do that, we're all done with the project settings. So you can just exit it. But before I do that, I want to see something. Okay, never mind. We're all good. X out of it, and then boom. Now we've did everything, and yeah. So what we have to do now is you're gonna create a map. Or actually, first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put the Gorilla Tag movement in the game. So to do this, all you need to do is go to the link in the description to Gorilla Tag Locomotion. You're gonna want to click on the Unity package, Gorilla Tag Locomotion Unity package. click on download raw file. It's going to download it. Click on open in files, and then drag this. Make sure it's set to assets, by the way. It should say scenes in XR. Gorilla locomotion. Drag it into here. Then it's going to say this. Click all, and then import. It's going to compile the scripts again. And then it's going to create a new folder called resources. Now, double click on the resources. And then click on Gorilla Prefab. And then here's your camera. This is your player right here. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to create a little map real quick. So just going to make a little bit of creating this map. Also, oh, I don't know why that just happened. Sorry. That was from my last stream. I got to remove that. And let me remove that. I forgot to remove that scene. Okay, anyways, I got the error again. Now, again, just do the same exact thing I taught you guys. Ever get this error message again, just do the same thing all over again. Stand alone, Control S, scroll down. Then do stand alone, Control S. I'm gonna minimize this so it doesn't happen again. Okay, now I'm going to go on with creating map. And if you don't know how I did this, I used Pro Builder. Now, if you don't know what Pro Builder is, it's basically a map helper. I'll show you how to do that in a second once I'm done creating my map. Okay, here's my map. I mean, it's alright. I mean, I put no time into this at all. Like, seriously, I put no time in it. Okay, so, yeah, I gotta restart this because my whole freaking thing is just messed up. I'll show you guys how to do it, though. It's very simple to do. It's really not that hard. It's insanely simple, and at the same time, it can get a little tricky. That's weird. Things all messed up. It's actually kind of weird. Anyways, here's my map. So what you need to do is you need to go to Window and Package Manager, and then click on Unity Registry. Open it. Just click on Search Unity Registry, and then type in Pro Builder. For some reason it's not. Okay, there it is. I put a space in it. And then you're just gonna click download, and then once it downloads, you can X out of it, then go to Tools, Pro Builder, then go to Pro Builder Window. And then you have your Pro Builder window. So what I did for this is I just clicked on this, and then to make it a little bit easier, I right-clicked this and then maximize, so I can make it much easier. And then what I did was click on cube. I extended this by a lot. I don't really want to make a tutorial on this just because it's not really that hard. I don't know. It's not really the objective of the video to show you how to make it. It kind of is though. I guess I want to make another wall. So what I'm gonna do. For some reason my things are messed up. I don't know what I did to it. It isn't the best for creating VR maps though. I can tell you that. Okay, that's my one wall. Now I just need one more wall. Did that not work? Boom. Okay. And then I'm gonna go create another floor here. Please, for God's sakes, let me make a floor. Let me make a floor. so hard to use this for VR games, but I don't know anything better than this, in my opinion. Can't really find anything. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't even look that bad. Okay. Perfect. And then boom. Let me delete that. I'm gonna delete this as well. I'm just gonna create that. Raise it up. Boom. And then one more floor. Raise that up. Wait, no, I didn't mean to raise it up. Okay, screw that, bro. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be my map. I'm gonna close out the window and then scene, right click, maximize. Okay, there we go. Here's my little area. As you can see. So if you did leave off in the grill rig, this is where we left off. Just drag it into this console here, and then it's going to create your thing. It should be like all the way over there. To make it come all the way over here, all you need to do is you need to right click it, and then go to align with view, and then it's going to align with your view. Move it down. Make sure it's not like in the floor, your camera. Make sure it's not in the floor, because I see a lot of people go like that, and it's like in the floor. You actually want it to elevate a little bit. And then once you do that, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is you're going to want to add a multiplayer system to your game. Now to do this, it's very simple. All you need to do is just go to your browser again, and you're going to Pun2 free, and then you're going to click Add My Assets. Click Accept if it pops up. Open in Unity. You go to My Assets, then click Download, and then once it's done downloading, click Import. All, and then Import. Now this is going to take a while because this is the multiplayer system. This is how you get multiplayer into your game. But yeah, just gonna wait for this to download. Okay, and then once it's done, it's going to show up this. Make sure you don't X out of this. Make sure you don't X out of this. Please, for God's sakes, don't X out of this. So you're gonna want to minimize it. Minimize Unity Hub. Go to back over here. You're gonna want to go to multiplayer game development, which is Photon. You're gonna go to this link. You're gonna sign up, and then once you're all signed up, go to dashboard, which is right up here in the corner. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna click create new app. It should be in the middle. Just click it. I already have created an app, so it's up here. So just click create new app. Make sure it's set to multiplayer game. And then select Photon SDK. You're gonna make it Pun. Your application name is gonna do tutorial or whatever your name is for your application. And then just click create. That's optional. Description and URL is optional. And then once it's created, what you're gonna want to do is just go into Pun, what you just created, and then click on App ID. And then you're gonna click on it. Control C, then the Pun setup, just click Control V, set up project, close out that, and then boom. So now I have that in here, and now what we need to do is you need to minimize this again, and we're gonna create another app, and we're gonna make this app a voice, then do tutorial again, and the description URL is optional, and then create. And then once you do that, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to Photon Voice, which is linked in the description, and then click Open in Unity. Then you're going to want to click Download and then Import to Project. I've already have this downloaded though, so I don't really need to import it. Then click All, then click Import. Wait for this. As you know, this is, if you don't know what Photon Voice is, it's basically how to talk to other people There's also Photon Chat, where you can like chat with other people, but you don't want that in your game. You kind of want Photon Voice, which is where you can literally talk to someone through your mic in Gorilla Tag. Like it's literally Gorilla Tag. Let's give this a couple seconds. As you know, this is Photon, so we're literally installing a multiplayer system and a voice system in their game. It's gonna run the back end, and then boom, it's in our project. So now we can close out of this. Make sure it should look like this, but go to assets, and then once it's on assets, what we need to do is we need to minimize this, and we need one more link, which is the releases. It's gonna be right here. Whatever the latest version of this is, you're gonna click on Photon VR .unity package. This is the latest version, and then show in folder. And what you're gonna want to do is go back to Unity, show in folder, and then drag this into here. Once you do that, click on all, and then import. Click, if it says this, click just yes, just use for these files. And then once you do that, what you're gonna want to do is go to resources, go to Photon VR, go to prefabs, and then once you do that, drag all of these. Hold up, if it looks like this, click Gorilla Rig, and then it should, and then click Sample Scene, so I can add this. Do that, and then once you do that, put that other one in there. Okay, hold up, I'm gonna delete that because it spawned right there. We go like that, and then put the other one in there, and put the other one in there, and then you should have 3. So you should have Photon VR Manager, Photon VR Player Spawner, Photon VR Voice. So what you're gonna want to do first is you're gonna go to Photon VR Manager, and then you're gonna want to go to the app ID right here, and then your app ID is going to be the one that you just created, which is the pun one. Make sure it's pun, and then you do your app ID, Control C, Control V, region, make it US if you live in US, or EU if you live in EU, and then voice, go to app ID, Control C, and then right where it says voice app ID, click Control V, and then should paste it in there. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go to Gorilla Rig, then go to main camera here. Oh, I clicked on it by accident. You're going to hold, left click main camera and hold it, and then you're going to drag the main camera, which for some reason, oh my god, I did player spawner by accident. Okay, drag the main camera into the head, where it says head, drag that in there, and then once you do that, drag your left controller into the left hand, then drag your right hand controller to your right hand. And once you do that, you can change the color of what you want your monkey to look like. I'm going to do blue, and then boom. And then once you do that, you have your own multiplayer system in the game. And yeah, that's basically all you have to do. But yeah, to play the game, all you need to do is open the Oculus app. Oculus, airlink it, or connect it with USB. Then you're gonna click play up here, and then it's gonna automatically run Steam VR and then put in your Unity project. So just click play. If it ever says this, just click OK. I'll show you how to fix that error in the next tutorial. And then you should be floating on the map. But if you do be floating on the map, well, I mean, it's because I'm not in the game right now, so you shouldn't be floating on the map. But yeah. So I'm going to show you what my project looks like, my other project that I'm doing. I'm not going to save this because I'm not going to ever use this ever again. I'm going to delete it as well. Yes, remove project. Here's my game right now. Sorry, just moving everything. So here's my game right now. Here's what it looks like. I have my own little 3D model right here, just to scare people when they load in. But yeah. So as you can see, this is what my thing looks like. My game. It's the same exact thing as the other one game, and it just looks better. That's all. So that I forgot. I just thought that looked cool. That's why I put it. I put an earth over there. That's lighting, and I put an earth up here as well. So I'm gonna show you how to run the game. Also, if your toolbox, what am I trying to say here? If your thing didn't work, like what we run in the toolbox, which is project, I think it was Pro Builder. If that didn't work, you can always go to the Unity Asset Store. And then literally just search in a free map or like a forest map or something. Forest map. And then there's literally forest maps here. But they cost money, so just type in forest free. As you can see, you have a forest free. That's basically all you need to do. But yeah, this is just a starter project to see what I could do. But yeah, so here's my project. I'm gonna go in game and show you what it actually looks like. So let me do that real quick. So again, all you have to do, run the Oculus app. I just searched it up completely wrong. Oculus app. You're gonna want to run this app, and then once you do that, you're going to want to go and get your VR, and you're gonna want to connect it to your PC by using AirLink or just hooking up to your PC with cable. You just heard that. As you can see, it's connected. And then I'm gonna go into my VR real quick. It's gonna automatically spawn me in my home world in what do you call it? In the Oculus menu, the home world on Oculus. And then what you're gonna want to do, it's all you need to do is just click play. Then just click OK. Wait for it. And then it's gonna bring you into the game. And then look at that, you're in the game. As you can see, we are in the game with working Gorilla Tag mechanic. As you can see, I'm moving around. But yeah, look at that. This map is especially glitchy just because I found it from the Unity Asset Store. I didn't create this map at all. This is from the Unity Asset Store, so that's why it's very glitchy. But yeah, as you can see, I'm using the movement here. And look at that. This is not my map, by the way. I was just showing this for tutorial. And we're off the map. Bam. Bye, map. Bye, Earth. Goodbye. Shh. Look at that other Earth, bro. I forgot to remove that as well, bro. Well, bye. And then you just end up endlessly falling, so your game is not going to crash or anything. But I'm going to X out of the game right now because I don't want to play this anymore. Okay, that's literally how you start off. I'll be making a part 2 for sure. But for now, this is part 1. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.